Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of Moving Mad. Now, today we're going to be talking about Rebel Wilson. But before we get into that, let's start off by giving a big massive shout out to every single person that is a member of the channel, including Patreon, and every single person that is a subscriber as we continue to grow. Now, Rebel Wilson is a young lady who, when she first came into the acting scene, in my eyes, she was someone who was an overweight woman. But since then, she's gone off to make a amazing change for the better of her health and for the better of her life moving forward. Now, sadly, when it comes to losing weight in today's society, you get backlash for wanting to look after your health. So now we're going to head over to the first screenshot. And obviously, as you can see, the screenshot starts off by saying, Rebel Wilson has dropped 70 pounds, is receiving critical remarks to her weight loss. Okay, now as we skip down this post here at the bottom, it says, fans, however, seem to be saying that Rebel looked better before her dramatic change, which tells you that when it came to her fan base, a part of her fan base wasn't there because of her acting skills, wasn't there because she made hilarious films, okay? Wasn't there because she's a casual, because on screen she just has this aura, this energy that just draws you in. At least that's what she gave me. It shows to me as if a part of her fans were people who were overweight themselves and they were looking to cling on to someone else in the fame world that is overweight and proud. Well, at least we thought that she was overweight and proud because that's how she portrayed herself whenever she was in her roles. And respectfully so, I understand that. But at the same time, the Rebel Wilson is someone that finally decided to hold herself accountable and say, listen, I may be okay with my size now, but at the same time, though, I'm nearly 41 years of age, which she is now, and I need to do better. I can't be this weight for the rest of my life. But clearly people have ignored that and are now being critical because she's now lost weight, because she has that type of fan base that's all about fat acceptance, body positivity, health at every size, when realistically, Rebel Wilson knew better than that, which is why we're here today. But now we're going to move on to the next screenshot itself in particular. Racking up over 500,000 likes, the update largely received a thumbs up, but a storm now dominates the comments. Kicking it off was loving but seemingly worried fan who wrote, and this is the thing, this wasn't a worried situation, but let's continue. Rebel, as gorgeous as you are, you were always gorgeous as a person without going skinny. Look after you. And here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. At this moment in time, what we're going to do is we're going to head over to images of what Rebel Wilson looks like at this moment in time, okay? Before and after. Now, as you can see here, this is a before and this is an after Rebel Wilson. And to be honest with you, I don't know how you can say that this woman is skinny. She is in a very good position at this moment in time, if you ask me. And if you look at the before, you look at the after, you cannot complain that she's made an amazing transformation, okay? And she's done better for herself. Now, also on top of that, there's another image here where you can see where she's a little bit more slimmer than the ones before. But again, you can still see that this is a woman that's made dramatic changes that were needed for herself. You can see her glow. You can see that now she's all naturally happy, not trying to force a smile. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, as much as she looked like she was happy in her own skin, it was clear that she was smiling out of just smiling. Now, with that being said, let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. We continue here by saying, really kicking it off though, was the user replying, so yeah, I think Rebel Wilson is too thin and actually should gain weight. She looks funny more after the snap. I mean, honestly. Now we continue by saying the troll had added, I think Rebel Wilson is too thin and needs to gain weight. Not much though. What I have an issue is where are the macrons? It's like, what is this person talking about? But let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. Users didn't seem too impressed by the skinny shaming. In fact, one told the OP that they were being very judgmental. Rebel, who made 2020 her year of health, has been open about her weight loss, even revealing she's still bad as food and has turned to chocolate on tough days. Weight isn't the only headline maker though. And you know what though, it really does make you wonder, doesn't it? Are we really living in a world, are we really living in a society where losing weight is just a freaking sin? As if losing weight is just not allowed. And you know what the crazy thing about it is? It's not even about losing weight necessarily. Losing weight is the positive side effects. What it's all about is just being healthy physically and being healthy mentally. Because it is very evident that Rebel Wilson wasn't only battling with mental issues, but she's also battling with physical issues. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so it's not like, you know, X, Y, Z, but people are not very sensitive about the fact that we go through battles, that some can be physical, some can be mental. But at the end of the day, you need the mental and the physical to come in together to make that perfect balance for someone to be able to actually live their life however they see fit. But of course, we live in a society where you're clearly not allowed to benefit your own mental health. But let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're going to go into a more of a positive kind of route of how she got to where she got. Because no matter what happened with the naysayers, Rebel Wilson continued going. Which is why Rebel Wilson is a fantastic representation of someone that has been through life on the overweight side, who's now living life on the more slightly slimmer side, where it's more healthier for her bones, her height, and everything in it. But sadly, when we look at someone like Lizzo, for example, ladies and gentlemen, this is someone that did try to lose weight, and then when she started, the second that she got a little bit of backlash, she said, nope, I'm going to continue being overweight and just, you know, keep my fans happy and ignore her own physical health. Which is therefore continuously damaging her own mental health, to be honest with you. So this is why Lizzo, in my opinion, should be really looking at what Rebel Wilson's done here and use it for her own advantage, and not to worry too much about backlashes of people not liking you or the potential that your music might not sell as good as anymore. Because really and truly, the fame is the fame, the money is the money, but your health is something completely different, both mentally and physically. Now, heading over to the more positive side of Rebel Wilson itself in particular, Wilson explained that it's more difficult for her to lose weight due to her PCOS, genetics, and battle with emotional eating. And it's crazy because a lot of people do always mention about, you know, this type of situation here, okay? But the fact that Rebel Wilson is someone who was in this situation but was still able to push forward and lose her weight tells you that anything can be done when you put your mind to it. Despite the fact that she was still going through emotional eating battles, which she's still going through now. Because that stuff never goes away. You just got to be strong to fight it off as time goes by. But she remained committed to her goals over the year. In November, Wilson told Drew Barrymore, I love Drew Barrymore. Anyway, sorry, that she's feeling healthier than ever after her transformation, but she still embraces her figure just how it is. I love my curves and stuff. I don't think I'll ever go too skinny, but I feel so much healthier, she said. And that is the main thing, feeling so much healthier. And this is the thing that people misunderstand sometimes. Being slimmer and looking good, or being bigger and looking good is one thing, but feeling healthier is the main thing, okay? It's the feeling that matters the most, ladies and gentlemen. Let's never forget the feeling. Now, moving forward to that, ladies and gentlemen, in November, Wilson told Barrymore that she previously suffered from emotional eating due to fame and would eat around 300 calories a day. Public health guidelines currently suggest that adult women aim to consume a range of 1,600 to 2,400 calories per day, which is something that Rebel Wilson had been working, moving forward in her life. Now, before we finish off the video itself in particular, ladies and gentlemen, Rebel Wilson had words of her own that she put into place in an interview most recently with Access, with the channel Access, which I will be linking for you guys down below with other sources from this video too. But let's head over and let's have a listen, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, it's changed like dramatically, I think. I was going through a fertility journey, and it was better if I was healthier, and I kind of wanted to be healthier anyway. I struggled a lot with emotional eating, and so last year just did a huge transformation, lost about 35 kilos, I think.
The Pitch Perfect star says she also has gotten positive feedback from her doctor.
Yeah, it's been really good. Like I went to the doctors and got my yearly checkup last week, and he's like, oh my God, all your labs and your blood work is like the best it's ever been. And you just, it's kind of remarkable. So I don't know, I'm proud of myself for doing it and also maintaining it this year, even though now I'm back to work filming movies and just finished 2 movies back to back here. And so but I'm proud of myself for improving my life for the better.
Rebel also admitted her health journey has improved her experiences at work.
Like after a big long day at work, we'd often shoot like 16-hour days, and my feet would get like really sore, and I'd have to like kind of lie upside down and put my feet up on the couch at the end of a big day at work. And then now I don't have that kind of thing happening. So there's definitely, and with jet lag as well, I used to suffer a lot from jet lag. And then now I'm like, it's like much easier to deal with. I guess I didn't know had a lot of inflammation in my body and stuff, but I didn't really realize because that was just my everyday.
The JoJo Rabbit star dubbed 2020 her year of health and has documented her journey on her social media, updating fans with her workouts and sending out inspirational messages. In August, she took to Instagram to reflect on just how far she's come, sharing an old photo that she said showed her at her, quote, unhealthiest. And she celebrated her journey from there to where she is now. Writing in part, quote, I look back now at that girl and I'm so proud of what she's become and achieved. And just wanted to send out some encouragement to everyone out there struggling with weight or body issues or emotional eating. I feel you. I know what it's like, but it's never too late to start improving yourself and trying to be the best version of you possible.
Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, one thing that I do want to really mention there is that going back to the Lizzo situation, you know, I do generally believe that Lizzo decided to continue being overweight purely because of backlash, and also most importantly to herself, financials, you know, because obviously she must think that maybe her music only sells based on the fact that she's overweight and her audience is only overweight people, and therefore that is her pretty much ignoring her own talents musically, because she's a very talented woman, and really and truly, if she's got people that really love her music, they'll be there for her regardless. Look at Adele, for example. Someone lost weight, also had backlash, someone else who we will be speaking about at some point, okay? But you can see, regardless of the fact that she's had a weight loss transformation, and regardless of the fact that she had backlash, she's still selling like there's no tomorrow. Her music video went like what 100 million views in the space of 24 hours or something like that. And the moral of my point is that Rebel Wilson is someone, and this is something that I've heard in the past, and I think this is where I got upset with Melissa McCarthy, because she was another one who started to lose weight, and I don't know what went wrong or what went bad, but obviously she's now in a stage where she's put that weight back on. But one thing that I will say is that it is heard that sometimes when you're someone that's always been cast as a plus size person, when you lose your weight, it can be harder for you to be cast as again as someone that is not a plus size person, because you've now lost your unique selling point, shall I say, which is such a disgusting thing to say for someone who's gone and bettered their health. But the fact that Rebel Wilson has gone and lost weight, but has still been able to be casted in films or TV shows back to back, tells you that clearly her health was what matters, and her health is still got her in the game, if that makes any sense. And also, she even spoke about how she'd be acting for so many hours, and her feet will be hurting, but now she's okay, and that's why she's able to act back to back and able to still get roles in her new look, which is absolutely fantastic. So the moral of the story is, ladies and gentlemen, in some situations you may feel like you can't lose weight because of the role that you do in your job or whatever it may be, but believe me, if you believe in yourself, you will still get the role that you're looking for in whatever job you have, regardless of the fact that you have now gone and bettered your health. And sometimes, I guess, when it comes to acting and music, I guess sometimes it just comes down to how good your agent is, doesn't it now? Who knows? But nonetheless though, ladies and gentlemen, you let me know what you think in the comment section, please, and we'll talk about it. Like, subscribe, and peace.